there, welcome to 4x5 Camera Basics. First off, we're going to start with how to mount your lens on top of your 4x5 camera. The lens comes mounted onto the lens plate in your 4x5 kit. You're going to carefully place it into the grooves on the front of your 4x5 camera and lock it into place with the sliding lock at the top of the camera. Always make sure to securely lock the lens plate into position before you release. As you can see, the 4x5 camera uses a bellows system, and it's quite a large and heavy camera, so you always want to be sure to use this camera when it is securely mounted on a tripod. At the back of the camera, you'll see the ground glass, and you're going to look through the ground glass in order to focus on your subject. Here we have a close-up of our lens. To focus, you're going to want to open up your shutter and set your aperture to the largest setting. This is the lever here to open and close the shutter. You are also going to manually set both your shutter speed and your aperture on the lens directly, so you'll need to use an external light meter. Okay, to focus your 4x5 camera, you'll need to use your black cloth, which is located in your 4x5 kit. A magnifying loupe is also really helpful to get your focus precise. First, you want to adjust the quick focus knob on the bottom of the rail of the camera to get your focus into a ballpark zone. Next, once you get it close, you want to use the fine-tuning focus knobs on the sides of the rails. You can adjust both the front and the back focus knobs. You also want to make sure that your 4x5 camera is level, and this will help you keep your focus precise as well. Once you get your focus in a place where you like it, make sure to tighten the bottom knobs. You can shoot your 4x5 film in either a portrait or a landscape orientation. To change this on the ground glass, you're going to release the locks. There's one at the bottom and at the top. Holding carefully onto the ground glass, you're going to remove it and turn it to your desired orientation. And then carefully placing it back into the grooves on the back of the camera, you're going to lock it into place. It should hinge up from one side to allow for the film holder. Here is a 4x5 sheet of unexposed film. Note that there are notches on one bottom corner. You're going to feel for these in the dark when you're loading your film. You need to load your film in complete darkness, no safe lights. And here is your holder. It can hold 2 sheets of 4x5 film. Note the locks on the top. You want to make sure to keep them closed when you have your film loaded to prevent any unwanted accidental exposures. So when you're ready to load in the dark, you're going to lift up your dark slide halfway. The bottom lip folds down. And you're going to take your unexposed film in the dark, feeling for those notches. And the notches should be on the bottom left-hand corner when the film holder is facing you. You're going to carefully slide that in underneath the dark slide. Fold up the bottom lip, making sure your film is underneath the notches on the sides, and lower down the dark slide and lock it into place. Okay, now we're ready to load our film holder into our 4x5 camera. You want to hinge out the back of the ground glass and slip your holder inside, making sure your dark slides are securely in place, and you want to push it until it clicks into place. That means it's in position. You always want to make sure you're shooting on a 4x5 camera using a cable release. This will make sure that you don't have any camera shake in your exposure. So you want to affix the cable release to the front of your lens here, like so, and then you're ready to shoot. Okay, once you've loaded your film holder, you want to be sure to close your shutter using this lever here. And you want to set your aperture and your shutter speed to the settings according to your external light meter to get your proper exposure. Then you're ready to cock the shutter using this lever here, and you're ready to shoot. Now you want to pull out your dark slide. Making sure your shutter's cocked. You're going to make your exposure using your cable release. Now you're ready to put your dark slide back in with the dark side facing out. This shows you that that's an exposed piece of film. Make sure to lock it into place before you remove your film holder. Now you can turn your film holder over and make an exposure on your other piece of unexposed film. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Happy shooting.